talk for a minute. So, I haven't really gone like into this like in depth yet, but okay, I have a daughter. She's 12 and I'm 29 years old. So, if you do the math, you'll know. I was 17 when I had my daughter. And her father is nowhere around ever. My daughter hates her dad now because he's never around. You want to know why he's not around? Because his sorry ass has two daughters and two sons with his wife, and he's married. So, what the fuck? I guess he can't be there for our daughter, our child we had together. He was like hardly ever around. He's been like in and out of her life, and for like the past 2 years, not really around. He don't ask how she's doing. He don't ask shit. Like, it's fucking some bullshit. Like, he used to give me money every month, like $200 and shit. He used to go sit outside my house. 2 years ago, he would sit out there in his truck or whatever. But now, nothing. My daughter goes to my mom's house, my brother's house, or she'll go to my sister's house. But other than that, her father is legitly a deadbeat dad. And so, yeah, this is why I have to work a lot. And you know what? I'm not really complaining about that. It's not even that. It's just, I don't understand. That's why I don't believe in God. How the fuck, if there's a God, why would shit like that be allowed? Like, you know what I mean? That's why I don't go to church. And, you know, fuck it, whatever. That's why I don't do nothing like that. Because I don't see how anything like that would be allowed if there was a God. Because, that's not okay. For one, he had a child with another bitch that wasn't his wife. That was me. While he was married already. This was, my daughter's 12 now, so like 12 years ago. For two, he knows about our daughter and he's not even taking care of his child. So, what the hell? And then, he's the worst one. Because my husband, we have a child together. He's 8 years old now. He's turning 9 in February. And my husband doesn't have any other kids. And honestly, if he did have other kids when I was with him, when we were dating, I would have never, like, stayed with him. I wouldn't be married to him today. I probably wouldn't be with him. Because for me, I just can't be a step parent. Like, I wouldn't. That's not something I would want to do. So, that's why I'm married to my husband, because I'm the only person that has a child with him. And he only has one child. I'm the mom of the one child. But, see, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. He's there for our kid, but I don't know. And then my other son, his dad, he's not around either, but he's helped me more financially than my daughter's dad. Like, he was actually court ordered to pay child support, and there was a few times where he was around in that. And again, another one who had a child with me while he was married, and our child lives with me. All three of my kids live with me. Okay, I'm their mom, so I took on the responsibility. My youngest, his dad is my husband, so he has both his parents in the home. We both live in the home. We're together, all that. But my other son, his dad was never really with me, and he moved, I guess, out of state, so he is not in Arizona. And he had two other daughters with his wife. He's court ordered to pay $30 a month. That's all he was ordered to pay. 30 freaking dollars is all that they were ordering him to pay me. So, he's not much help either. That's why I have a few different videos of me at work, because obviously this young mom has always mostly had to be the one to step it up and, you know, take care of the kids financially and everything else. Because the other two fathers, not my husband, the other two were already married and already have wife and kids and whatever. And yeah. So that's why I don't believe in God. And that's the story about my deadbeat baby daddies. And yeah. That's why I make videos of me working and that, because I'm a working mom. For the most part, yes, I've always worked. Since I was 18 years old, so my daughter was not even 3 years old. She was 2. And my son Dominic, he was like not even a year old yet when I got my first job at 18 years old. and wasn't pregnant with Dayton yet. So yeah, ever since then I've been making my own money. So, and now there's a lot of times where I just don't want to have to be the one to do everything, because it sucks. You know, when you have other baby fathers involved and they're not there to help, or they won't be there to help, or they can't because of the wife or whatever. And just to set the record straight, I did not know my daughter's dad was married. I was 16 years old and he was already in his mid-30s almost when I got pregnant with our daughter. I did not know he was fucking married. And then my son Dominic's dad, I got pregnant with him when Felicity was only 6 months old. I didn't know he was married either. I met him going to GED classes. I was trying to get my damn GED, and, I'm still working on my GED today. This girl still don't have a GED. I'm still trying to work and, balance things out in my life. So, yeah. When I met him, he told me he was not with the mother of his child because they had a daughter already. And that's when I got pregnant with Dominic. And then after Dominic was born, they ended up having another daughter together. But I did not know he was married either. His mom, she's great. She's always around. Not always, but she's around Dominic a lot. He goes to her house sometimes, She's involved. She's a good grandparent. His dad was very involved also, but he passed away, unfortunately. I'm thinking maybe over a year ago now. So they were very good grandparents, and she is still a good grandparent. But him, another deadbeat daddy. So I do get child support, $30 a month. I have a little Arizona child support card, and I just checked that shit yesterday, and somebody hasn't paid up in the last 2 months. They owe me $60. But anyway, so yeah, that's just a little backstory on my 3 baby fathers. And then my husband, his name's Antonio. We got married in 2017. He's been around since Felicity was not... The first time I met him, she was still a baby. I did not like him. He used to stalk me. Anyway, I did not start dating him until after Dominic was born, and Dominic was already 2 months old. And then, yeah, he's been there ever since then. So we still live together. There's all his mess over there. And that's my picture that I made for him. That's literally my ass cheeks stamped on a poster board. But anyway, yeah, he's been around. So that's why I did not get married right away. We got married in 2017. So because, I have a hard time trusting people because, look at my other 2 baby fathers. But so yeah, we got married in 2017, and my kids all call him Dad. And because Felicity's only known him really as her father, because her real father has been so in and out of her life that, she does not like him anymore. And, I feel for her because I can't relate, because my dad was around. He was always around. My mom was always around. So I cannot relate. I don't know how to, I don't know how to make her feel better about the situation. But she has her stepdad. That's her youngest brother's dad. He's been around, and he's been around since Dominic was a little newborn baby. So he's the dad in the house. And yeah, he's my youngest son's dad. He does not have any other kids. And I brought the fact up that he doesn't have any other kids because for me, this is just being responsible, okay? I think I can't be with somebody else with kids, So that's not a bad thing. There's people who get with people who have kids, and then they don't even want them to help with their kids anymore. They don't want them to go see their kids anymore because they want that person all to themselves. So for me, I wouldn't. If I wasn't with my husband now, I wouldn't even, try to be with somebody who has other kids because that's just me, And I think that's being responsible because there's people who will still be with somebody with kids and they don't even want to be there they don't want them around their own kids, you know what I'm saying? That's being a bitch. For me, I won't even waste anybody's time being with somebody who has kids because... I would only want somebody to have the time for my kids personally. And so that's why I won't even waste nobody's time. I could be somebody's friend who has kids. Yeah, our kids can play together, but I would never be in a relationship with some man who already has kids, because step parent duties are just not for Mandy at all. Mandy just cannot be a step parent, can never be a stepmom. That's why I could feel for my other two kids' dads' wives, because, I understand, their husbands already did what they did, though, with me. And for me to have to keep working and, I'm the one taking them to the doctor, taking them to school, buying school clothes, buying everything, birthdays, presents, everything. Doctor visits, hospital visits. There was CPS for a while, all of that. That was all me, the mom. The mom. It always falls on the mom. So it is hard being a mom. It really is, especially when the fathers are not helping. But yeah, that's just a little backstory on, things like that. So yeah, I am very grateful that my husband does not have any other children with anybody else, because, well, he wouldn't even be my husband if he did. So I don't even know how to word that correctly, because I wouldn't even be with him today. But I guess I'm grateful I met my husband and I'm the only person he had a child with, I guess. Because I understand kind of where my other two kids' dads' wives are coming from. I'd be pissed. I wouldn't even be with them anymore if they had... Like, I understand why the wives don't want their husbands to help me with our kids. But, it's not my fault. And it's not my kids' fault. It's not Dominic or Felicity's fault. But I can kind of understand why their wives are the way they are. But at the same time, my child still needs their dad also. So I don't know. It's a tough little situation, It's just... Hopefully nobody else ever has to go through anything like that, because it sucks. It's hard. Like, I can't even call Felicity's dad. I don't even have Felicity's dad's number. I can't call him up and be like, our daughter passed her violin test or something, you know what I'm saying? Or, our daughter wasn't feeling good today, or can you take our daughter to the doctor? I can't even do that. I can't, because I don't have his number. He doesn't talk to me anymore. The wife hated it when he was giving me money for a while and he would sit outside my house in his truck. He was trying to, make up for all those years. Felicity was probably 9 years old, 10 years old during this time. She's 12 now. She just turned 12 in August. It was just problems. They were having issues. They started fighting a lot because of that. So now he's just not around. And it sucks. And then same with Dominic. I can't call his dad and be like, hey, Dominic did this today. Or Dominic had stitches in his finger last month in October. And it was bad too. And I couldn't even call Dominic's dad and be like, Dominic's at the hospital. Can you meet me there? I can't even do that. I don't even get that option to do that, really. So it sucks, because his wife, she even told me that's not his kid. We did a DNA test, honey bunny. The DNA test, and there's a picture of me holding Dominic, and then there's a picture of Eric I ain't gonna say nothing else. There's a picture of him. They did a DNA test. 99.9% his child. You know what this motherfucker said? He said, there's still that 1% or some bullshit he said. Some stupid shit he said. He was still trying to deny her son. And I went through court to get child support. Felicity's dad is a little different when it came to child support. He was just paying out of his pocket. He's a construction worker and that. So, he has money like that. They have a nice little house. They have trailers and that. Construction trailers. Not like a trailer house, but trailers and that. So he has money. He has $2.02. They're being very well taken care of. But our daughter, it's basically Mandy, figure it out, basically. You take care of our daughter. Thank you. It's some bullshit. And they're all cushy and living life all good and that with their leased vehicle and shit. I don't even have a leased vehicle. I have 2 cars. Yes. I have 2 cars. They're paid off in cash. But that shit, the money comes from somewhere, right? Obviously, this girl don't just sit on her ass every day. You know what I'm saying? But I do expect them to fucking help. Anyway, back to Dominic's dad. Yeah. His wife did not like me either. Me and her husband met when I was doing GED classes at the community college. And I had Felicity already. And I was just trying to make new friends while in class and shit. And he's telling me about his daughter, you know. And like I said, he was not really a boyfriend. He was more of a friend because that was the thing that I didn't really like was that he had a child, you know. So I didn't really think, oh, I'm going to have a relationship with this guy. So I was just hanging out with him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was 17 years old now. And then that's how I got pregnant with Dominic. That's why I said we were not really dating. He's not like my ex or nothing because he had a child and so he was more of a friend. But yeah, now we have Dominic, and Dominic's turning 11 next month in December. And guess who's not going to help for his birthday again? His daddy. Guess who's not going to help with a birthday party or nothing, like take him out, nothing like that? His daddy and his wife. And they just moved out of state, so I live in Arizona with my husband, Antonio. Not that you guys care what his name is, but guess who doesn't help with birthday parties and shit? Their daddies. Like, the most, Dayton's dad helps, but he doesn't even help that much, really. And I'm not complaining, because he helps with the rent and the bills and cars and, you know, everything like that. So I'm not complaining about that, but Felicity and Dominic's daddies, I understand you guys got families and your own lives, but really, come on now. Come on. So yeah, that's just a little backstory. My teen mom drama story. I don't like drama, so that's why I just keep going to work and trying to mind my own and just trying to get by every day. Like, whatever. I'm just saying, though, be careful with who you pick to be your children's fathers because they could be just like my other two baby fathers. I have 3 of them. They could be like my daughter's dad, or they could be like my older son's dad. And you don't want that. From personal experience, you don't want to deal with anybody like that because they are not worth it. And, you know, it's not my kids' fault, and that's why I keep going and doing what I got to do for the kids. It is not their fault. It ain't their fault their dads are pieces of whatever, and that the wives are freaking bitter, whatever. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.